Happy morning, children. Welcome back to Blue Stars online classes. So today your class is for English. Okay, 10th and standard is 10th. So today we are going to see a poem, the second unit poem. Okay, the Grumble Family. So this poem is written by L.M. Montgomery. Okay, the author name is L.M. Montgomery. This is not a memory poem, but still it's a wonderful poem and it just, gives you a lot of positive. Okay, the need to be positive. Okay, just see here today's thought for the day. An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backward. So, when life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means that it's going to launch you into something great. Understood? So, what is this? Whenever you have some difficult situation, don't lose heart. Those difficult situations are there just to boost you up, and it is just preparing you for something better. Okay, so always have the positive attitude. Okay, children. Now let's get into the poem. I told you this poem is written by L.M. Montgomery, that is Lucy Maud Montgomery. Okay, so she was born on 1874 and she is a Canadian author. Okay, who remembered for her famous novel Annie of Green Gables. This was one of her famous novels. She has published 20 novels as well as 530 short stories, 500 poems, and 30 essays. All these works are highly appreciated by the book lovers and critics as well. Okay, she is the first woman in Canada to be named as a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts in England. She was made an officer of the Order of the British Empire in 1935. In 1943, the Government of Canada designated her as a person of national historic significance. Okay, yeah, so here posthumously, which means after her death. She was died on 1942. Okay, so this was about the author. What is the name of the author? Lucy Maud Montgomery. Okay, now before getting into the poem, let's see some of the meanings for the hard words. Acknowledge. What is this acknowledge? To accept. Okay, to accept. That is acknowledge. Amiss. Amiss is it's not right, not quite right, not right. Crown. Crown, it's a gift or a position which is given for being the best. Discontent. Discontent is dissatisfied. Okay, what is this? Dissatisfied. Fox. Fox is just addressing the people generally. Okay, folks, people in general. Growl. Growl is like always murmuring, right? Like here it refers to murmuring, but generally like making some noise with the throat, right? The guttural sound in the throat, that is growling. Normally, bear growls, the sound that the bear makes, isn't it? So growl. Grumble. Grumble is also like complaining always, okay? Complaining about something in a bad tempered way. Gloomy. Gloomy is frightening, okay, or very depressed. Humble. Humble is modest, okay. Jumble. What is jumble? We have just learnt about this jumbled words, isn't it? An untidy collection of things here and there, scattered. That is jumble. Lest. Lest is otherwise. Okay. Queerest. Queerest means you have just learned this word queer in the poem, Robert Frost poem, isn't it? Yeah, which means strange. Station. Here station is establishment. And terrible. Terrible is extremely bad. Understood? Yeah. Now let's see what the poem says. See here, the Grumble family. Okay, what is the meaning of the Grumble family? Yeah, the family who always keeps on complaining on everything. That is Grumble family. Okay, this is your second unit poem. Understood? So this was written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. So here, this poem just gives about a family who lives in an area, okay, and the persons in that family always come just keeping on grumble about everything. They keeps on complaining. Understood? For everything they complain. And he also says, if you happen to be just walk in the street where the Grumble family lives, you will also be treated as a grumbler. Okay, so we have to just keep on, adjusting with all the situation, adjusting with everyone. Okay, that is the real theme of this poem. Okay, we have to just see, okay, eliminate the negativity and see the positive content in every things you come across. Okay, now see here. The poem gives a vivid picture of neighborhood scenes. Read to know how we should mend our ways. Okay, how we should just make our ways. Okay, there's a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on complaining street. In the city of never are satisfied, the river of discontent beside. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of Grumble. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter are like this cold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on that gloomy, complaining street. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt they'd growl that they'd nothing to grumble about. But the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways. And before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of Grumble. So it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song, no matter if things do sometimes go wrong. And then, be our station high or humble, will never belong to the family of Grumble. Okay, so this is the full poem. So just try to read along with me, children. Now, let's see the explanation stanza wise. Okay, so in this side you can just look the childhood pictures of the poet. Okay, LM Lucy Maud Montgomery. Okay, her pictures can be seen in the side. So here, the first stanza. There's a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it's said, on complaining street. In the city of never are satisfied. The river of discontent beside. So see here what they're telling. There is a family who is living in the where they are living in the complaining street. Okay, why they are in the complaining street? They belong to the Grumble family. That is why. Okay, and they are living in the city called never are satisfied. What is this? They are never satisfied, okay, for anything. Understood? So they are living in the city of never are satisfied. Where is that city? The river of discontent beside. So near that city, what river is flowing? Discontent. Discontent means this is also not satisfied. So they will be never satisfied for anything and keeping on complaining only. Understood here? A family lives in the street of complaining and nobody likes them. They don't talk to them and mingle with them. They live in the city of never are satisfied, which is beside the river of discontent. Understood, children, this meaning? So, see here, what is the rhyming words meet, street, and then satisfied and beside? Okay, just see here, complaining street. Okay, so this is a adjective. Okay, isn't it? What type of street it is? Complaining street. So this type of figure of speech is epithet. Okay, which is using adjective to describe. That is epithet. Okay. So we'll just go to the next stanza. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of Grumble. So what is this? They will be complaining for everything. Whatever happens, they will complain. And they will say something is missing. Okay, they will be like complaining for everything. Understood? Whether they are in a good position or not. Okay, they will be finding fault with everyone. Understood? Because they are all known by the name of Grumble, because they always used to complain, okay, for everything. That is why they are doing this. Whatever is that, okay, they just see here, they go on complaining or grumbling about each other and everything. Their first instinct is to find something to complain and murmur about everything. Understood? So what is their first thing? Whatever they come across, they will try to find fault in that and they want to complain. Understood? They growl at everything. They find wrong in whatever they see or act. Whether they are in a good position or not, they find fault in it and complain about it. They are known by the name of Grumble. Understood? See here. Now, the next stanza, just see here. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter alike they scold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on the gloomy complaining street. See here. So what is this? The weather is always too hot or too cold. So if the weather is hot, they will say the weather is hot. If the weather is cold, they will say the weather is too cold. Understood? And they will also say, see, summer and winter are looking the same. There is no difference between summer and winter, isn't it? So nothing goes right with the fox you meet down the gloomy complaining street. So what is this? Whoever lives in that complaining street will just go on complain only. Okay, they will not be satisfied with, and they will not be getting content or happy with whatever they come across, because they want to always complain. Understood? See, whether the weather is too hot or too cold, they complain about it. They scold alike if it is winter or summer. Everything goes wrong with the people living down on the sad complaining street. Okay, gloomy is sad here, okay, or dark. Okay, just see here, what is the rhyme scheme here? Sorry, what's the rhyming words? Cold, scold, meet, street. Understood? So the rhyme scheme is A, okay. Now we just go to the fourth stanza. See here, they growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt they growl that they had nothing to grumble about. See how funny it is. For what we told already, they'll be grumbling for everything, isn't it? Whatever they come across, they will grumble. Correct? They'll complain. Now see here, if it is rain, they will complain. If it is sunny, they will complain. Okay, so their growling can be never stopped. Understood? Never done means never stopped. So they growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt, they growl that they had nothing to grumble about. So what is this? If at all, they are very much happy and they have everything they want. Okay. If such situation arises, they will grumble that they don't have anything to worry about. Understood? What is that? Which means they want to keep on grumbling only. Okay. So here the poet says is beautifully. See, they grumble about the rain if it rains heavily, and they grumble about. Okay, they grumble about the sun if it is hot. It is a fact that their growling never gets completed or stopped, and if everything please them, there is no doubt that they will grumble, that there is nothing to grumble about. Clear? Yes. So what is the rhyming word? Sun, done. So here doubt, about. So rhyming scheme is A, B, B again. Okay, we'll go to the next stanza, children. Stanza 5 is, but the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. For never a grumble will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. So what is this curious? Curious means strange. Okay, what is acknowledge? Accept. Okay, but what they are telling, they'll be grumbling for everyone, they'll be complaining for everything, but not even one person from that family will come and accept that, okay, that I am from a grumble family. That is seems to be a very strange thing. What seems to be a strange thing? Yes, not even one person from that Grumble family will come forward and tell that they are from the Grumble family. Understood? Because for never a Grumble will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. What is this? They will not accept it that they are grumbling. Okay, I am not even connected with this Grumble family. Okay, so they will never accept, they will never acknowledge that they belong to the Grumble family. Clear, children? See, what is the rhyme scheme here? Same name, P. Yeah, see. See, what is the explanation? But the strange thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. Okay, because a grumbler will never owns that he is connected with it at all. They will never accept that they are a grumbler. Okay. Now we'll go to the sixth stanza. See here. See here, the sixth stanza says, the worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways, and before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of Grumble. Understood? So what is this? So what is the worst thing? Okay, first the poet says the strange thing is that no one from the Grumble family will acknowledge that they belong to the family, isn't it? Here, the worst thing, what is the worst thing he refers to? He refers to that if anybody is staying with the Grumble family for too long, okay, for so long time, they will also learn their way, okay, how they will behave, isn't it? So they will also learn their way of grumbling, and before he dreams of a terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of Grumble, which means, before he thought that he needs to change anything, he cannot, because he is completely adopted himself. Okay, he is completely changed as a grumbler now because he is in a Grumble family for a so long. Understood? So even if a stranger is coming and staying in the Grumble family for a long time, they will also become a grumbler. That is what was told here. Okay. See, the worst thing to be known about the grumbler's family is that if anyone stays too long with them, he will learn their ways before the person knows the truth of terrible jumble. Understood? What is this? Being in a disorder, okay, jumble. He is adopted into the family of Grumble. What is the truth here? He is adopted into the family of Grumble. Understood? So, even the stranger who is coming here, if they are just staying here for a long time, they will also become a grumbler. Now check out here, what is the rhyming words? Stays, ways, jumble, grumble. Okay, so it is A, B, B. Understood? Now, let's go to the seventh stanza. Let's see here. And so, it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street, and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. So what they are telling, if you go and stay with the grumblers for a long time, you will also become grumblers, isn't it? In the last stanza. So here they are telling, so it is very wise, okay, it is wisest to keep our feet from wandering into the complaining street, which means better don't go to the complaining street. Okay, don't even keep your feet on the complaining street. Okay, and never to growl whatever we do. Okay, so what is this? Because if you're just going into the complaining streets, we will also be mistaken as a grumbler. Understood? So better don't even keep your feet into the complaining street. Okay, why? Because there the Grumble family lives. So if you go there to the complaining street, you will also be taken as a grumbler. So better don't go there. Okay, see here. So the poet insists that it's wisest to keep our feet away from wandering. Wandering means just roaming around. Okay, into the complaining street. We should be mistaken as grumblers. So better not to go to the complaining street. Clear? Now what is the rhyming words? Feet, street, do, to. Okay. Now let's go to the last stanza. See here. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song. No matter if things do sometimes go wrong. And then be a station high or humble, will never belong to the family of Grumble. So finally the poet says, okay, he was just talking about the Grumble family, how they behave, isn't it? So they'll be complaining for everything. So he is telling us not to go to the complaining street because we will be mistaken as a grumbler. So how we have to be? We have to just learn to walk with a smile and a song. Just enjoy the moment. Enjoy each and every moment. Whatever happens. Okay, because sometimes things go wrong, isn't it? But we should not lose our hope or lose our heart for that, and we should not be complaining. Okay, we should just take everything in a positive way, and then be a station high or humble will never belong to the family of Grumble. So what they are telling, whatever position we are in, either good or low, we will never be in a family of Grumble. Understood? So don't be in the family of Grumble. Clear? See here. Therefore, we should learn to walk with a smile and a song. We should not bother ourselves, no matter if things go wrong or if we are in a good or a low position. We should never belong to the family of Grumble. Okay, so what is this? We should never keeping on complaining about the things. Okay, we should be happy with what we have and accept the moments. Okay, each and every moment. Okay, and live with positive attitude. I hope you understood the poem, children. So this is the summary of the poem. Just see here. Go through this once, okay? This is a humorous poem about the Grumble family. This Grumble family always complain about silly matters. Where they are living, they lived in the street of complaining in the city of never are satisfied, beside the river of discontent. They always find wrong in everything and everywhere. They are always known by the name of Grumble. All of their comments are negative and critical, and their focus is only on the bad. If they see the sun shining, they will complain that it is too hot. If they see the snow falling, they will complain that it is too cold. Their first instinct is to find something to complain and murmur about. People who stay in their house for a long time will learn their way of grumbling, and before they realize the truth of their terrible jumble, they are adopted into their family. Thus, we should learn to walk with a smile and a song. We should never be a complainer, but always try best to be an optimist who sees the good in everything. Okay, I hope you understand this. Now let's see some poetic devices. I just told you what is the rhyming words and rhyming scheme. So everything is A, B, B only. Okay, and in this you can just see they live. It is said on complaining street. It's an epithet as well, but it's also personified. Okay, the street is given complaining street, isn't it? The street never complains, so it is just personified. So it's personification. See here, growl and growl. So it's repetition. You know that. And then here just the alliteration, high, humble. Okay. Yeah. Similarly here also growl repetition is there. And see here, growl and grumble. So it is alliteration. So just see here there for everything the rhyming scheme is A, B, B only. The same name he, see. Okay. Stays, ways, jumble, crumble. So just check it out. And you know how to find the alliteration. Just see here. Which are the alliterated words here? Them, their, long, learn. Okay. Where, wisest. And then just see here. Let, learn, smile, song. Yes. Here, high, humble. Okay. So these are the alliterated words. I hope you understand the poem, children. So learn the poem and try to understand the meaning. Okay, and then learn the appreciation questions also. Okay, and learn the poetic devices too. Thank you, children. Have a blessed day.